everybody, welcome back to another video, the T on MPD and relationships. Hello everyone, to all of my new subscribers and new family members, hello, hi, welcome, and to my tribe and family at large, welcome back. Thank you all so much for coming back and watching another video, fam. Y'all know I'm about to talk about our Thursday night live stream. Listen, y'all, we are building that live stream because it is important to have a balanced diet on this channel, okay? It is important that we invite the Holy Spirit into this healing and wholeness process, and we give Holy Spirit preeminence, okay? Come on in, work this thing out for us, all right? And listen, y'all, it is so important that we heal from the inside out. I can't stress that enough. The cognitive abilities and what we need to take care of cognitively is very, very important. I get it. It is so imperative that we take care of that. But also what has been affected in this whole situation with narcissistic abuse is also your soul, okay? The soul has been affected. And when we have suffered damage in that area, whether it's trauma, abuse, or both, you know, whatever it is, that soul has to be repaired. And so I tell you all, this is where we get to the crux of the conversation, the meat of the matter. This is where we actually have those deep reflective moments with the soul, have those deep conversations with the soul about the soul, okay? Because this is the only way that we are going to heal and get and become whole and move forward, all right? So I'd love to see your little profile picture in the place. Listen, y'all, thank you all so much for those of you that have been joining us. I hope it has been a blessing to you. And listen, on Thursday evenings around 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'd love to see you there. If you're on the YouTube and Facebook platforms, please turn your notification bells on so you can get that information, all right? And also, y'all know what am I about to ask y'all? Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. I need y'all to do what? Hit that like button, please. Please, please. Okay, please hit that like button for your girl, y'all. Listen, this is where y'all get to participate big time. All right, help us spread this information throughout the algorithm. I promise you, I am ever so grateful to each and every one of you that help us out with that. That is so important. Somebody hit the like button for you, all right? Y'all know the goal of the day is 2.1K plus on the likes if you rocks with your girl. Y'all come on, hit that like button if you rocks with your girl, all right? And y'all know, also, last but certainly not least, let me plug, if you are in need of coaching, I am taking new coaching clients for one-on-one private coaching sessions. Please let me know. The email is pinned in the description below, all right? And listen, y'all, wait a minute. Last but certainly not least, pick up your copy of Seduced by Satan. It is pinned in the description below. That is my first book collaborative effort, y'all. When I tell you it is shown up a page turner, it is a jaw dropper, it is a showstopper. Okay? I want you to pick it up. Pick it up. Listen, pick up a copy for yourself. All right, fam, and someone else. And those of you that are in book clubs, recommend it to your book club. Want to tell you, it is based on a true story, okay? This is based on a true story. This is not fiction, okay? This is actually based on a true story. So I'd love for you to pick up your copy today. And listen, the holiday season is right around the corner. If you all do the holiday season, maybe you want to get a couple for some stocking stuffers, all right? Give some people some good reads, okay? All right, y'all. So listen, the link is pinned in the description below. All right, y'all, let's jump into the topic of this video. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about when the narcissist punishes you with the silent treatment. What are they expecting? What happens? You know, when they feel like, you know what? I am not going to have a rational conversation with you. I am going to, this is the narcissist now. This is what they're saying. I'm not going to have a rational conversation with you. I am going to act like a toddler. And I am going to absolutely act the unadulterated nut. And I'm going to just go silent because I'm throwing a tantrum, because whatever it is you won't allow me to do, it's really bothering me. And I just don't have the emotional maturity or intelligence to sit down and have a rational conversation about this disagreement. That's what they do, or that's basically their thought process when they are implementing this silent treatment type punishment. Y'all, it's insidious. Seriously, it is straight up insidious. And I'm going to tell you something. It is probably one of the most nerve-wracking, insidious punishments they could ever try to inflict on their victims, or their supply. Because the silent treatment, it's so abusive. You're, especially if you're living in the house, with the narcissist, and you guys have that argument, and they're just like, yeah, I'm just not gonna deal with this. So when they go into that whole mindset of the silent treatment, when they punish you, with the silent treatment, what are they really expecting? Why are they doing this? And what are they expecting from this? Because how do you expect something great to come out of no communication? I mean, really, I just, it's just a kind of common sense. If we can't talk about this thing, like, how do we expect something great or something manageable, workable to come out of no communication? Well, a narcissist doesn't care about that, because the way that they or the way that they see the silent treatment is, this is a type of punishment that they will inflict because they're throwing a temper tantrum. They are behaving like a 3-year-old toddler, and basically whatever you've done, the narcissist wasn't able to get their way, and guess what? That's a problem for them. They are just really upset about that. So when you think about it, and when you really just begin to look at the whole dynamic of the silent treatment and how they behave during that period, if you stayed around to, see, and a lot of us did, when they came out of that, sometimes it could last for 2-3 hours. Sometimes the silent treatment could last. I know y'all gonna drop a comment below and tell us about it. But sometimes it could last for 2-3 days. Sometimes it could be 2-3 weeks. They just passing like ships passing in the night in the home, if you all are living together. But the main reason that a narcissist is going to basically give you the silent treatment, it's to teach you a lesson. A lot of times this will happen after you put down a boundary. That's a huge one right there. You tell the narcissist, no, I'm not going to allow you to do this, or I'm not going to allow this to continue in this situation. When you put down a boundary and you tell the narcissist no, if they know that you don't like the silent treatment, and that really is one of the worst things that they could ever do to you, you can expect that to happen. They are going to absolutely bring out that silent treatment, and they're going to punish you with that. And so when they do things like that, they're not trying to bring a resolution to the problem. They're trying to make you conform to the control that they want to exert over you. Okay, they don't want a workable, amicable solution, because when you just go silent on somebody, you're not sitting there trying to work it out. You're not trying to gain an understanding. I want y'all to really get this, because some people, I have heard of people saying that the narcissist, they actually like when the narcissist put them on silent treatments. Some people say they love it. Then they don't have to hear their mouth. The narcissist is shutting down, and they are too. But this is very dysfunctional, y'all. It really is, because when you have somebody that a grown adult that is there in the home, y'all are supposed to be talking and working out your problem or whatever it is. It's just very dysfunctional to go silent on it, on your partner, on your spouse. And then to expect something functional and rational to come out of it. But, it's to teach you a lesson. It's not about, let's come to the table and negotiate. No, it's about, I'm going to teach you this lesson. I'm going to put you on punishment and put you in this corner over here. And I'm going to punish you with some silence. And by the time I take you out of this corner over here, you better be ready to conform to what I want you to do. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir. You can't let them do you like that, fam. You can't let them do you like that, because guess what? If you allow that to continue to happen, because let me tell you what they're expecting out of that. What a narcissist wants to see as a result of them inflicting the silence treatment on you is they want to see you bow down. Okay? Are you conforming to what they're saying? Is it hurting you, or is it bothering you enough that you don't want to argue with them? You don't want the silent treatment. It's just that bad that you're willing to basically conform to whatever ridiculous demands that they have. Family, when somebody treats you like this, that's not love. Okay? Not only is it not love, that's not even like. That's not even a friend, okay? That is straight up mental and emotional abuse, okay? Enacted by someone that doesn't have the emotional intelligence to sit and have a decent conversation about conflict. Why? Because narcissists have very poor conflict resolution skills. Matter of fact, they don't even really like confrontation, to be honest with you. They're some cowards. Y'all, they don't want to be bothered with. If you are going to call them to the table on something, you going to make them have a conversation, an amicable adult conversation. They don't want to do that. Because in that conversation, most of the time, you're going to ask them to leave their emotions at the door and let's sit here and talk like people. No. No. You're not going to get them to come to the table and act like they have good sense. So because they have poor conflict resolution skills and little to no coping skills, this is what they like to do. They want to put you in the silent treatment. But I'm going to tell you what you do. When the narcissists want to put you in the silent treatment, baby, let me tell you, like I said before on the video, you find a way. Okay, because what they want you to do is to conform to whatever it is they want. They don't want you to say anything else. They don't want you to have any more conversation with them. That's what the silent treatment is about. You don't have any conversation. Basically, what they're telling you is, I told you to keep quiet and just do what I tell you to do. Huh? Who about to do that? Where they doing that at? What they doing that at? For real? So you gonna tell me, a grown adult, paying my own bills, doing my own thing, probably doing more than what you doing, sir. You gonna tell me to keep quiet and just listen to what you have to say, and we don't get to come to the table and have a conversation about it? Who? Where? Why? In what world? Again, where they doing that at? No. You don't let them. This right here is where you teach them the most valuable lesson about who you are. When they put you on that silent treatment, baby, like I told y'all before, find a way to make it permanent. Because this is the type of thing that they do to begin to break you down mentally and emotionally. Okay, this is one of the biggest punishments, and the more they enact this on you over and over and over, what it does is it conditions you to the abuse, right? If you don't say anything, if you don't tell them, no, I'm not going to take this, blah, 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 blah. If you don't say anything, it conditions you to the abuse. And the next thing that you know, you're going to start to lose more and more of yourself. Why? Because that teaches you that you don't have a voice. That if you try to raise a concern and you try to bring a concern to the table with the narcissist, you don't get to do that. So this is a dictatorship. So you a whole totalitarian? You are you a dictator? I didn't know relationships had those. You see what I'm saying? Fam, you have to be careful. When you are in it with these clowns, let me tell you something. Once you stand up to them and you let them know that you're not going to deal with this, and the best thing to do is find a way to make that silent treatment permanent. Baby, they won't play with you like that no more. I can promise you that. They ain't gonna play with you like that no more. Why? Because they know what time it is. They know that if they do that they got another thought coming. And that's the type of message that you want to send to these clowns. Because that's just insidious and it's just abusive and it's just wrong. Okay, family? So y'all don't let them do this to you. Don't let them condition you to silence. I mean, who are they to take your voice away? Nah, bruh. Nah, we're not doing that. Not at all. So family, listen, y'all take good care of yourselves, okay? Remember that. And y'all don't forget to share this information with some other people that can use it, all right? Y'all take really good care of yourselves, and I love y'all. I'll see y'all on the next video, fam. And I will see you all healed and whole at the top. Shalom, family. Peace.